Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about Vivek Ramaswamy and what we can do for Vivek Ramaswamy right now. Okay, to help him become president in 2024. Okay, all right. So first of all, there is something really specific. I am shocked at what is happening right now. So there was a it's more than a scuffle, man. There's like a major conflict happened starting on October 7th, 2023. Um, and since then there has been a major conflict that has been going on between, and please correct, this is my understanding of the current situation. I invite correction if I say any of this wrong. I think my understanding is correct, but I'm here to learn just like you, right? So if you think any of my take on this is incorrect, please correct me. All right. So right now, there's a huge conflict going on between the Israeli people and the Palestinian people. Right now, I am pro-Israel. I'm always pro-Israel. I'm an evangelical Christian. Like uh, God's love for the Israeli people is written in the stars and written in our holy text. Right? You know, the Israeli people are God's favorite people. He loves them the most. Right? Every time he talked to humanity, he talked first through before Jesus Christ. He talked first to the Israeli people, right? And I fundamentally, I'm a Zionist, right? I believe that every inch that was claimed in 1948 was given to the Israeli people by God, right? Now, here's the thing that's interesting. People who are pro-Palestine generally don't believe that, right? They're not Zionists at all. In fact, yeah, okay. So here's where this comes into effect for Vivek Ramaswamy. So Vivek Ramaswamy is a Republican. He is very conservative. I don't need to tell you that. The man said, drill, frack, burn coal. My favorite line of 2023, my favorite line of 2024. That is how you get it done. That's the new build the wall, right? Like build the wall. I don't know if you know this, right? Like build the wall was some of the most powerful political speech that ever occurred. It was phenomenal, right? Like when you want to talk red meat for the base, that's feeding the lion, right? You know, build the wall. It was completely wrong, and it wasn't even true. He never built the wall, right? But it was incredibly powerful, motivating speech. My favorite movie reviewer in the world. Her name is Grace Randolph. If you're not watching her, please watch her and please subscribe. She needs to get over 1 million. It's been years. I have no idea why she can't get over 1 million subs. She deserves it. She deserves 2 times Chris Stuckman's subscriber base, because she's 10 times the movie reviewer he is. But she definitely deserves 2 times his sub count. So, but she said something. She was saying a narrative that everyone can understand, and that's what Build the Wall was, right? Build the Wall was a narrative that everyone could understand, right? So Build the Wall happened. Now Vivek Ramaswamy has come forward with drill, frack, burn coal. That is the best Republican line ever spoken. That is so baller, so base, so based, just so epic. It's fantastic, right? So he is a Republican. He's a core Republican, and he is really helping to build the Republican bench, right? Like, and actually, the Republican bench is 20 epic heroes deep, right? Literally, the Democrat base is 0 people, because if they had a single epic champion, they'd replace Biden with him now. But they're not going to do that because they have no bench, right? But Vivek Ramaswamy is right now, he's sitting on the bench, right? He's a great player, and he can, put the ball in the net. But right now we got him benched, right? And so we need to get him on the board. And the way we do that is we make sure that he is selected as Donald Trump's vice president, right? The other thing is, at this point, I really dislike President Donald Trump. But at this point, America needs to break the pattern of Biden and the modern Democrat. What is the modern Democrat, modern President Biden pattern right now? It is global war, America is dollars on the ground in 2 wars. Dollars on the ground in 2 wars. We're not boots on the ground yet. I wish we were boots on the ground on both wars, right? But right now we're just dollars on the ground, okay? And then oh yeah, okay. So we're dollars on the ground. Oh yeah, global war, global poverty, right? Poverty has not just come to America; it's come all over the world, right? And I think the rest of the world's poor because America's poor. Right? The rest of America, the rest of the world will become richer when America is richer. Reagan was right. Trickle down economy, right? And then last is domestic lawlessness. I am incredibly blessed. I hear stories all over, and I think this is true. I think there are specific cities and mega cities that have chosen to not prosecute crime, and they have outrageous lawlessness just sweeping across their cities, right? That is not the case in Philadelphia. Actually, we had a little bit last year, and that is certainly not the case where I live. I'm incredibly fortunate. We get fantastic protection from the police where I live, and I'm very fortunate. But on many, many, many cities in America, and we had some in Philadelphia last year, there is domestic lawlessness. People who literally have no fear of any police officer, right? Or police officers. And that is, that we need to check that noise, right? Like, no, that we cannot have domestic lawlessness. So we have to break this pattern. And I think, and I voted for a third party candidate in 2020, but it didn't come to anything. I had to learn that lesson the hard way, right? And I do not want this nation. I do not want President Donald Trump as a president, but I cannot abide what President Biden is doing, right? It's too harsh. It's too brutal a punishment for America. And so at this point, I want President Trump to pick Vivek Ramaswamy as I want Ramaswamy, right? I want Trump Ramaswamy, right? Ramaswamy. That's what I want. How do we get it? Well, first of all, we need to make sure that Trump wins. And here's where it comes in, right? And I think right now, we have the possibility of using Donald Trump as a paper cup to give us the drink of the real president, Vivek Ramaswamy, right? We could just bolt on Vivek Ramaswamy to Trump, get Trump into office, and Trump will fall out of the presidency very quickly. There's like 15 different paths for him to stop being president, right? And we'll get our real president, Vivek Ramaswamy. Okay. So let's make sure Trump gets elected, and we could do something right now to do that. Okay. What is it? All right. I appreciate your patience. I'm almost there. Okay. A friend of mine recently came to me. Good friend, very smart person. Okay. But sometimes when we deal with other friends, or when we deal with something very close to ourselves, we have like a lacuna within our intelligence, right? So my friend said, I'm trying to help my other friend, right? And I know this other friend, right? And I'm like, what's going on? And he said, well, this other friend comes to me and complains about this problem. And I said, no problem. I got your solution. Here's your solution. And I gave it to him. I even paid for the solution, right? Then the same friend comes back to me a week later and says, hey, I got this problem. And I was like, you can't have that problem. I bought you the solution. The problem's gone. And the person is like, yes, you did give me that solution. It totally worked. But the issue is that solution is too expensive. And my friend said, well, wait, I know you can afford this. And they're like, well, I can afford it, but it's very expensive, and it's something I'm going to be putting into my life at a very specific frequency. And I don't want my resources depleted that much, right? And my friend was like, you could still get everything you could get everything you want, but you would still have more than enough money to get everything you need. You can afford this solution. And my friend's like, listen. I got this problem. And then begins to talk to him about the problem that my friend had already solved, right? And I'm like, listen, I know what's going on here, right? You need to understand this. Particular people in our lives have no interest in a solution. They want to be heard in their pain. They want to be heard in their pain. They want to be heard in their pain. They want that more than they want the solution, right? And my friend was like, that's not rational. That doesn't make sense. And I said, that's exactly right, right? You have you have the wrong idea about humanity. Humanity does not think rationally. Humanity thinks with its heart. It doesn't think with its mind. Humanity usually thinks with its heart, not its mind. Okay? So if you want to help this person, you need to hear their pain. And the person, I was like, they said, I'm not going to do that. That's not rational. That's not a good idea. And I'm like, listen, you're going to struggle dealing with many humans, right? You might conduct your life from a rational perspective, but many people do not. And you need to respect that. Very interesting conversation, right? Here's what we need to do. You want to get Trump elected? You want to get Vivek Ramaswamy elected? Here's how you get it done. Right now, anyone you know who is pro-Palestinian, right? Hear their pain. Listen to them and ask drawing questions, okay? I'm going to be doing this too, right? I'm pro-Israel, right? But I don't need to discuss that with anyone who's pro-Palestinian right now. Just draw them out, listen to everything they have to say on the issue, right? And say, oh my goodness, that must be really frustrating for you. That is true, right? It's not frustrating for me. I'm pro-Israel, right? Right? But these people, they're incredibly frustrated with what's happening right now to the Palestinian people, right? So the issue is, but I can hear them. I can hear them in their pain, right? Now, why would we do this? Why would we ask drawing questions? Why would we completely validate, right, the feelings of a pro-Palestinian American? By the way, I'm sorry, I should have said that earlier. These are pro-Palestinian Americans. Why would we do this? Why would we take the time? Because as they're heard, they're going to feel validated. They're going to feel that they're right, even though they're not, right? And they're going to feel seen, right? And right now, no one is more dangerous. No one is more dangerous to the Democrat Party right now than pro-Palestinian voters. Because every single one of them is ready to not vote for Biden. Make no mistake. These people, pro-Palestinian voters, which is almost 100% overlap with dyed-in-the-wool Democrats, right? You're not going to find any there's virtually no Republicans who are pro-Palestinians. That's just my humble opinion, right? That's in my humble opinion. No true Republican is anything but pro. Actually, let's put it this way: Republicans are pro-Israel. That's the best way to say it. Republicans are pro-Israel, and no one who is pro-Israel. That's all I need to say. Republicans are pro-Israel. Period. Right? And the Democrats have the other side. They have the pro-Palestine side. Right? And so, but if we as Republicans hear them right now, they are already being powerfully affected, right, by pro-Palestinian momentum in America to not vote for President Biden, to punish him for his support for Israel. Ironically, this is incredibly beneficial to Republicans. Incredibly beneficial, right? And this is a way we can help Vivek without hurting him, right? Now, you should not lie to these people, right? What you want to do is simply do not tell them your opinions on Israel, right? And because it's only going to infuriate them, right? Everything you have to say on Israel. What's my opinion on Israel? I'm not going to repeat it for you. You already know it. I'm an evangelical Christian and I'm a Republican. You can say every talking point I would tell you, right? These people do the same thing, right? But if you hear them in their pain, that is incredibly valuable to them, and they will feel validated, and they'll feel very passionate to do what the pro-Palestinian momentum in America is right now, which is to punish Biden for his pro-Israeli support, for his Israeli support. And the way they will punish him is they simply will not vote for him. I don't think that they will vote uncommitted. They will leave the president and slot blank, and that's essentially a vote for Republicans. That's essentially a vote for Republicans. If you want Republicans to win in 2024, hear the pain, eat the pain, take the pain of the pro-Palestinian people right now. Hear them, validate them, and commiserate with them. And you don't have to say that you're sad about the situation. You could say, and I think this is true, I feel bad for these people, right? I feel bad for anyone who struggles and mourns and worries over any political issue, over any American political issue. And I could say with truth, hey, I'm really sorry you feel this way. I'm really sorry that you're so frustrated right now. I'm really sorry that this situation has come about, right? And I am sorry that the situation has come about. I definitely don't wish, I wish this conflict was over, 100%, 100%. I wish it never started, right? And we can commiserate with them on that. And so this is a really powerful, important, useful thing we can do to really like change things, right? If you simply hear the pain, if you eat the pain, if you carry the pain, if you share the pain of pro-Palestinian, American pro-Palestinians, people who are pro-Palestinian who are American, pro-Palestinian Americans, it's a guaranteed vote, right? It's effectively a guaranteed vote, because right now I've never seen momentum like this. I've never seen a movement not say vote for the opponent, but say vote uncommitted, and it's incredibly effective, and the momentum is growing. And that is how we can help Vivek Ramaswamy. It helps Vivek Ramaswamy if the Republicans win in 2024. You want the Republicans to win in 2024? All you got to do is eat the pain, carry the pain, take the pain, share the pain of pro-Palestinian people, right? And simply don't tell them your opinions in the other direction, right? This is effective. This is useful. And I think it's ethical, right? And it is definitely a tactic. It is a political tactic. I am saying that we should use this political tactic to improve the Republicans' chance. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.